Let's now move to biophysical profile. The biophysical profile, often referred to as the BPP, is an assessment of fetal well-being, and the complete biophysical profile uses 5 different parameters. There is an unstressed test that we talked about. There is amniotic fluid that we just talked about. And then there is fetal breathing movements that are like this. You look for fetal chest wall movements. Gross body movements, a key. And then we'll look for fetal extremity tone, extension, flexion. Even movement of the fingers is extremity tone. The NST is measured with a fetal monitor. The other 4 are assessed with ultrasound. Interpreting the biophysical profile. What is the significance of a biophysical profile score of 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, or 0? The score in each of the 5 components is either a 0 or a 2, so there are no uneven numbers. It's either 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10. And this looks at the perinatal mortality on the vertical axis as a function of biophysical profile. Now, the overall perinatal mortality rate in the United States, you remember, was 7 per 1,000. If we have a biophysical profile score of 8 to 10, it is less than 1. Very highly predictive of well-being. You can see even moving from 8 to 6 increases the perinatal mortality significantly. And when we get a biophysical profile of 0, 60% of these babies are going to die. So this is a very sensitive assessment for fetal well-being. If there is an 8 or a 10, das ist gut, yeah? Reassuring. Repeat it as needed. No problem. 4 or 6, is the baby in trouble? Well, I don't know. Is the baby okay? Well, I don't know. Let's say you have a biophysical profile of 4 or 6, and she is 38 weeks. Hey, deliver. Let's say it's 30 weeks, 32 weeks, 33 weeks. In that case, you may want to repeat the biophysical profile. What I would want to do is to do a contraction stress test. We'll talk about that next. If the score is 0 or 2, that's time to come out. That's ominous. Prompt delivery. The modified biophysical profile says, do we need all 5 of these parameters, or can we get by with fewer? And by doing a regression analysis, you can identify which of the 5 components are independent and which are linked together. The regression analysis shows us that we can take these 5 components and reduce them down to 2. The modified biophysical profile is a non-stress test and the amniotic fluid. We sometimes will refer to this as the NST and AFI. This is almost as good in prediction as all 5. The NST is the best indicator of current placental function. The amniotic fluid is the best indicator of long-term placental function. So they're both looking at different things. If we have a reactive NST, AFI is good, we can feel very reassured. Let's look at a practice case. NST, reactive, great, 2 points. AFI 10, 2. Breathing movements present. Gross body movements present. Extremity tone. Hey, this is a perfect 10. This baby's doing well. Case number 2. Non-stress test, non-reactive. Ooh, don't like that. That's 0. Amniotic fluid, 7. Borderline. Let's give it 2. Breathing movements, absent, 0. Gross body movements, present. We'll give 2. Extremity tone, present, 2. Total score, 6. This baby in trouble? Not sure. This is kind of intermediate. The last case, NST, non-reactive, 0. AFI, 1 centimeter, 0. Breathing movements, absent, 0. Gross body movements, absent, 0. Extremity tone, hey, this baby's in trouble. This baby's in trouble. That's the end of the biophysical profile.